Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking Balls. I am your host, Neil Adams, and joined, as always, are my lovely co-hosts in Marc Curtis and Rob. What about you, gents?
What is happening, guys?
Good evening.
Here, Mark, I'm surprised you're not wearing a Buccaneers hat.
It's not getting shipped out till Sunday.
Did you actually buy one and bought this, or you think it's the piss?
That's why they lost.
That's it. There it is. I should have known.
The secret is out.
That is
I'm
why
not
they
gonna lie
lost.
as well. There's a deal on Sports Direct for a Buccaneers jersey at the minute. I can't remember who's on it.
Sports
So like
Direct? Is that how bad we are?
Sports
Yeah.
Not even
Direct.
JD. Which fucking Sports Direct?
It's down to 25 quid, and I was like, no, definitely not.
Don't lie. You get it free when you buy one of their big mugs.
Instead of the big free mug, you get the free Buccaneers jersey.
I have one of those mugs. They're bad. You start a cup of tea, and it takes about 45 minutes to finish it.
Speaking of taking 45 minutes to finish things, what about our sponsor, Mark?
See, I knew you were going to do this again this week. And
So you were prepared. You
I was
your homework.
racking my brains the last couple of days on like something witty to come up with, and I was drawing a blank for a few
always.
days. But I'm gonna be real with you, right? So I was sleeping the other night, as we tend to do. Okay,
Yeah, we do. Yeah, most
I
people
found
do that,
myself fluttering off into dream world, and I awoke in lovely green pastures of the Shire. Again, strange. Hadn't been
The
watching
Shire?
the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the Shire.
Okay.
Hadn't been watching the Lord of the Rings for a long time. And I look down, and I've got these big, massive feet, right? Okay, and then I hear a fucking at the door, and who answers that door?
You? Because it's your door?
No. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. I do answer the door, but who's on the other
He's
side
at the
of the door?
door. He's at the door.
Gandalf
Gandalf,
Boston
wizard.
Burgers?
None other than fucking Gandalf, right? And he goes, "Hello, Marco, Frodo, Marco. Go on a quest for the one burger to rule them all." And I was like, "Gandalf, what burger would that be?" And he said, in the deepest of voices, "I burger is the burger to rule them all." And from then, I just woke up, and I've now got a craving for fucking burgers.
That was good, to be fair. That was a good story.
You know, I'm being genuine. That isn't even made up on the spot. I woke up the other day and I was like, "What's going on?" So they're that
It
good.
is, though.
They have now started to incept my dreams.
In
You
order for
could have
me to
included
put
dragons
this
in
out,
that
it needs to
story
be
as well.
under a minute, mate. It needs to be under a minute. That was far too long.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. It's not me doing the advertising of that. That is an actual
Oh,
story.
that was just a pure. That was an actual dream that you
Whatever-
had.
Whatever you're taking before you go to bed, can you let me in on
Yeah.
that? Because I want some of that shit. I need in on that.
Yep. It's a lot of cheese you're eating, I think.
So you think that?
But no, yeah, that was good for not thinking about it.
That's a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very
Solid,
much.
solid 5 out of 7, Mark. Solid 5 out of 7.
You know what? I'll take it. Take that.
Nah, I'm not even gonna vote. I'd like to tear away where you're at. Yep.
But
Good.
I don't like the way this is going on. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to do something better each week.
Yes. Obviously.
That's going to be hard to top, yeah.
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 If you do that every week, then I'll let you away with your good calls.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I got to think for next week now.
Well,
Here's a
gents.
question that's just popped into my head. Sorry. Do you think I could get a McCaffrey top in time for the Super Bowl? Because let's be honest, the 49ers are going to be on it.
You'd
No,
probably
they're
need to be
not.
ordering it now.
I know.
Probably not one on
It's
your
just
size,
popped in
mate.
my
No.
head.
You've
Wow,
got a
I'll
Ravens
just sew
top.
two together.
Ravens are going to be there, like, aren't they?
Oh,
I'm gonna
this
do
is
this top.
Yeah, you're supporting the Ravens now, mate.
I know, but this is a Testaverde top. This is a long time ago. McCaffrey's my favourite player, so yeah.
Glory Hunter.
You are in love with this guy, like.
Oh, mate, from the first ever fantasy football, fantasy team I had, McCaffrey was my first round pick. Love the guy.
Ah, he's good. He is good, like.
You haven't won a fantasy league since.
I know.
Never won one. I finished second 3 times.
You're good at finishing second, like.
Very good at finishing second.
Yeah.
Wasn't so
Yeah,
good
yeah.
this year though.
Yeah, not so good this year. Well, you're not second last, but.
Third from bottom.
Oh wow. That was good.
I made a comeback.
Yeah, come on, we gotta move
Guys.
on. We're losing Kurt.
Can we all shut the fluff up So I'm trying to talk football instead of what jersey you like. So it was the divisional playoffs. You didn't know last weekend, a couple of days ago. We want to talk about it. We'll talk about the first game, Baltimore Ravens and the Texans. 34-10. Lamar
You know what?
Jackson
This
cementing
game
his
did
MVP
not.
status again.
Yeah, well, 100%. Yeah. This is one game actually that did not fuck me off this week.
No.
Mainly because I expected this sort of outcome, as I did pick the Ravens and I knew they would blow them out of the water.
You did. Yeah. What did you say that the score was? I think you were the closest to the actual score.
Yeah, I think I was like 4 or 5 off.
You were 34-14, weren't you? Or 32-14?
32-14 sounds right.
That's close.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah,
pretty
that was
damn
decent.
close. Yeah, you were 32-14. I was 32-28. Rob was 32-18. And Curtis was 28-14. So, that wasn't too bad. You know, it was a good guess, Mark, to be fair.
That was decent.
Nah, mate, it wasn't a guess. I know these things.
Well, here, we'll talk about the next games then.
You gotta start high, mate. You gotta own it. You gotta own it.
That's it.
I think the Baltimore Ravens in that game definitely to me looked like not only Super Bowl contenders but winners for sure. I thought they looked so good. Lamar Jackson was incredible. His running was he had like 75 rushing yards himself in like the first quarter or something. It was it was crazy.
He's definitely earning his wage, his new
For
contract, like definitely showing everybody. Told everybody anyway. You know, like you pay me the money and I'll win you a Super Bowl.
What is it, 80 million or something, isn't it?
Aye, for this year, aye. Yeah.
For what?
It's like,
What, for like a winning team, or
no, he gets
No, it's just
80 million
guaranteed.
for this year.
is that what the quarterback gets, or every player gets that?
No, the
No, that's what he
quarterback,
gets.
just this quarterback.
It's not even just every quarterback. That's what Lamar Jackson gets.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he's struggling with the cost of living crisis.
Yeah, well, he should, yes, because it's very dear out there. Very expensive. I'm a wee bit sad for the Houston Texans because they were like my kind of like I like them team.
It had to happen in the end, though, didn't it? The dream had to end. They were never. They're still ahead of where they're meant to be at this point. They're a rebuild team, and they've done a lot better. Nobody expected them to even get to the playoffs. Never mind the divisional round. So they're in a good position for the next couple of seasons.
Yeah,
Yep.
unbelievable run for Stroud, like.
Yeah, considering the Panthers passed up on him, like. And,
Yeah,
Young
very good
instead.
start to
But they
a
got
young
Brace Young,
career.
it's fine.
yeah, the wee small fella instead of getting the big tall fella.
Yeah. No, it makes sense to get like a 5'0" quarterback throwing over 6'5" linemen.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
So I have a chance, Rob.
You're there, mate. You learn how to throw a ball and you're flying.
just need to learn to throw the ball. Yeah,
Well, yeah, there's some quarterbacks out there that can't even throw the ball, so I mean, I might be okay.
yeah, but you're a center. You need to throw the
But
ball.
yeah, Lamar Jackson, unbelievable rushing yards. He got more rushing yards than anybody did in the whole game. Finishing off on 100 rushing yards for 11 carries. So,
And the Texans defense in the first half were brilliant. They shut them down after that first touchdown. Kept it 10-10, and then I think it was your man. Is it Harris? Had just Harris chasing Lamar Jackson like an absolute dog. Just wouldn't let him release the ball. Wouldn't let him run. So after the first touchdown, of course.
Well, your man Demario Wren is he's a good DC. He was 49ers DC last year. Whenever their defense was immense as well, like so. He knows his shit when it comes to defense, and they got a couple of good players as well on defense in the draft. That guy Anderson is it? Anderson Jr.
I have well, there is an Anderson Jr. in their team, yeah, but I
Yeah,
have to
so,
say I don't know much about their defense. The Texans, that is.
But yeah,
Well,
good
what
game.
way does that leave them for the draft then next year?
What do you mean?
Does that demote them like, in a certain level or anything like that?
Who?
No, well, the worst
Texans.
team gets a better pick.
Well, it all goes in like where you finish up. So like Whoever wins the Super Bowl gets the 32nd pick.
Right. Okay.
Whoever comes second gets the 31st. And then it'll go on seeding sort of thing. Who was the lowest seed will get the lowest pick. The lower pick. Who was the highest seed will get the higher pick.
Right. I get you.
Who are
So
they?
they'll be like 29th or something like that. Then.
Possibly. Yeah, I would say so. No, there won't be because Baltimore, San Francisco, Detroit, and Kansas City will take up 32, 31, 30, and 29.
I didn't mean the exact. I meant like that. But yeah.
Well, like that, yes. Yeah.
I was googling it there. They've got the 23rd pick, 23rd overall pick next year. The Texans.
Excellent.
Yeah, don't know why, but that's what it
You
says
sure
here.
they don't have another pick? Did they not trade as well? They don't have a trade. Where they trade for?
As of Monday, they're past 23rd overall pick, 2024 draft. So.
Jello and Benantic. Yeah, that went the way we all thought it would. All of us picked the Baltimore Ravens. We all thought that they would get round about 32 points. So we all know we're shit.
Thereabouts.
Basically.
For now.
Yeah. The next game, which disappointed me, I'm very, very disappointed in this game. The San Francisco 49ers against the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay missed a field goal to tie the game. They didn't miss the field goal to tie the game. They missed a field goal, and then fucking Christian McCaffrey went and fucking scored a fucking touchdown. So if they had have got that field goal, they would have drew, and they would have went in overtime. Where
You
the
can't
Packers would have
even
won.
say that though. But in this sport, if they had have done this, if they had have done that, it doesn't work like that.
It does, yeah. If they had have done it, they would have potentially won and got me money in my bet.
You know what they did? They shot the bet on that one, mate.
Yeah. It's been a regular occurrence this weekend.
The Bills did it too, but we'll get to that.
I was going to say, is there something you want to tell us, man?
But who was the closest one in this one? I said 21-17.
Did you not say that for the Packers?
I said that for the Packers though. But
right. Okay.
Rob said 36-20.
Close.
49ers.
Mr. knows all the scores said 45-26.
Mr. knows all the results.
All
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
scores,
thought it would be
whatever.
a blowout, yes, but
So
a little bit quicker.
technically, Curtis
What
is
did I
the winner
go
here
for?
because he went for 28-21. So he got Green
that make me
Bay's
the
score
closest, does it?
correct. Yeah, because
Ah.
I went 21-17, which I
Yeah,
went
but
for the Packers to
No,
win.
no, see, you used to pick the Packers though, didn't you?
No, Curtis
No, I
picked
picked 49ers.
Oh, right, well then, yeah, Curtis wins.
But you weren't going to win anyway. You were 45-26.
Oh yeah,
You were
no, I was
way
like,
up there.
I was
You were like,
20 points
wow,
off.
this game is not going to fuck me off this week.
He also says that he knows all the results, but he's pretty sure he gets the next two wrong. So
Yeah, no, I get one wrong actually. Robert.
just the one.
Rob,
Okay.
just own it. Don't pretty wrong. Don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah,
Just
no
he
thinking.
gets to
It's just how I
fucking
speak.
wrong.
Leave me alone.
It's how me speaks. Leave me be.
That's not how I said it.
Yeah, if I didn't have the bet on the Packers, I probably would have thought that the 49ers were going to win this game, yes.
See, you should have had your bet on the Niners, mate.
But then it wouldn't have
You
been
see what happens
66-1.
when you had have done something, you know?
Oh, wow, here we go. Look at him, mister. I can speak proper. But yes, no. It's looking good in Green Bay with Jordan Love, but isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a close game actually. And
That's a
go
good Go ahead.
Did somebody say something there?
on. Purdy had a shit game as well.
See, Purdy's overrated. Come on now. I think we all have to look at the fact that Purdy's just in a very, very good team and a very, very situational quarterback where he can just throw flats to fucking Debo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey and they just run like fluff. That is just like
some of
he
these-
could have any guy doing that. Like I mean, you could do that, Mark, and you can't even snap a ball.
See, you keep bringing this up, mate. I'm not liking it.
No, I mean, you could throw a flat out there, right, and go, here you go, wee fast fella, run you like flop. You know what I mean?
Now, Neil, it was raining. Leave the guy alone. Come on.
It was raining, yeah.
Thanks,
I wasn't
Rob.
even there, and I've heard about this 3 or 4 times.
Have
And
you?
it was only 2 days ago.
Aye.
It's just from him as well.
No, once from you.
I'm the O-line coach. And you're on my O-line. Who else are you going to hear from?
So your O-line shit. What's that say?
You're in it.
Do you ever hear a positive reinforcement? Neil, no. We just go straight up.
Semantics.
Mate, it took me friggin' most of the training session to get him to turn right. And he kept going, guys, look at me. I can turn left. And I'm like, right.
I don't get what do you mean turning right? What?
Basically, I wanted him to turn, just to do a power stance to the right and push a guy out. And then, so he kept getting his feet wrong. And I kept, no, just do it like this. And then he eventually, because he was using his right foot to go forward with his power stance, he couldn't use his left foot. But because he was using his left foot instead of his right foot, he thought he was turning left.
No, I kept going. I'm going left. As in going off my left leg. But it took me to scream at my left leg to actually get it down.
Started calling, once he got it right, he started calling boys over and all, look at me, I can go left. And we're like, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, Jerry, look at this. I can go left.
That's right.
Okay.
Anyway, let's keep going. What were we talking about?
Well,
Yeah, so Brock Purdy, he has a good O-line too. He has Trent Williams he's the best left tackle in the business. Do you know what I mean? That guy was bully boys for fun. The fact that he was in MVP conversation eludes me. Like, I don't understand how that ever happened.
did he not have the highest scoring offense in the NFL?
Yes, but that's because he has the player. Like, he has Chris. This
Right.
is what I'm saying. If you pass a
I
ball
want-
to Christian McCaffrey and he scores 47 touchdowns, that's not Brock Purdy's fucking skill.
But at the end of the day, he still needs to make the read. He still needs to throw the ball.
So
So,
he
yeah, I
needs
mean-
to know the play to throw out to the left. Or
McCaffrey
right,
wouldn't
or
have got
hand
that
it off
ball.
to McCaffrey or hand it off to
And he
Deebo
still needs to
Samuel.
throw the ball.
Okay, I'll give him that, yeah, because, I mean, McCaffrey wouldn't have the ball if it wasn't for him.
But I also want McCaffrey to be the MVP, and I think
Does
he deserves
does that mean the center of San Francisco 49ers is the MVP because he's Purdy wouldn't have the ball if it wasn't for him?
Yes, sir.
Your argument is stupid.
Well, do you not think that O-line players deserve to be in the MVP conversation? No.
I believe that as a unit they should be in the
Fair enough.
MVP, not a singular
never-
person, because it's a
Spoken
unit.
like a head coach
Everybody
that's
needs
just
to
lost.
be a unit. What?
We're going to go back to the film room and have a look at things and rebuild next week.
Yeah, teach Mark how to turn right.
I don't
But,
know. I can do that one. The left one.
We haven't tried right because we were trying right. We need to try left. We need to make it go left. now.
Yeah. Move on.
But anyway, yeah. So San Francisco, move on
Well-
to the
Hold on. What was it you picked
Championship.
again? You picked the Packers, didn't you?
yeah.
So you were wrong, weren't you?
Yeah.
How are you standing in our predictions?
I'm not last.
He doesn't have a chance of winning now either because he lost 3 this week and he's down by like 7. or
I
something.
thought Curtis took over me, but that was only because I was really tired, and whenever I was adding up the scores,
Here, actually, see, talking about you adding up scores now. Remember that one that you messed
I
up?
already
when
give
we
you it.
split?
I give you it. Already give you it.
Ah,
It's fine.
Yes.
You've lost 1 each week since then, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would mean I'm 1 up or 1 behind or 2 behind, so it would matter, Rob.
It could
You're
come
one-
down to Super Bowl
He's only one
weekend.
behind.
No,
No,
I know we should put me down. See if it's level, mate. We're putting a bet on
100%, 20 quid.
100.
That's the deal. All right, calm down. Fuck.
Jesus. I'm still waiting on the other half of my beer, Mark.
You got your fucking beer, and you ruined a birthday present, so that's your other half of beer
You got
there.
me a case of beer is not 6 cans of beer.
It's 12 minimum. I
Thank
agree.
you, mate.
12 minimum. See if you didn't drink bougie shit, then you would get a full crate.
Many beers did I get you? Was it 36 I got you there?
You got me 36, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Mark got me a
36
knife
beers.
that can't even be washed.
His 36 cost less than the fucking 9 I got you.
What was the
it
knife
must be
here?
nine.
What's
You
the
got me
bougie shit?
6.
It's
only Smithwick's.
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 Because he's an old man.
I like red eels. And
Listen,
Smithwick's
Smithwick's
is
is
a
nice.
cheap
I
red
have to-
eel.
Long walks on the beach with my dog.
I like short walks anywhere. Doesn't
You
need
know
to be
you
on
don't.
the
You
beach,
complain
as long
about
as it's
those
very-
too.
I like a
Fuck.
short walk to my car to drive to the beach to sit down.
You don't know this, Curtis, but Neil literally works about half a mile from his house, and he drives every single day to work.
I know. I asked the guy to come and collect me whenever my car wouldn't start the other day. Like, guy in work, he was like, "Come and collect me, mate, because it's only take you 2 seconds. It's only around the corner."
You give me shit because I can't turn left.
You
We
can't
don't know
walk
that
half a
yet.
mile?
We don't know that yet. We haven't tried left. It took a full train station to do the right. But anyway, yes, San Francisco. We'll move on to Mark's
it.
favorite hat.
Say it.
Hats team, the Tampa Bay Bucks against the Detroit Lions. Curtis,
Curtis,
I want to hear your
jersey
whole
down
thoughts
there.
on this. I want to hear your opinion. I
Do you
want
know
to
what?
see the way. What do you call that guy? Was it Gardner? CJ Gardner threw the ball and all the picking all back to friggin' Mayfield. Here you go. There's a ball. Down there. Watch enough tape, dickhead.
We don't need to go too much into the detail. There's not too much pain. I think we probably got further than we should have been, and lost out to what was a very good Lions team actually. But I think we matched up with them most of the for most of the game. There was opportunities there to win it, to score more points. Didn't work out. But did you see Mike Evans' 30-yard catch, sliding catch?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
a play! That made the whole game for me, to be honest.
Yeah. No, it was
That was my happiest part of the game. Yeah, no, I'm not overly disappointed. I think we got to see a good game, which is the main thing. It wasn't one of those Bucks kind of 9-6 games that you've kind of seen on the odd occasion this season. So as long as we got a good game out of it, I don't think we were ever realistically winning the Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm kind of glad to see the Lions, one of the teams in the last 4. I wouldn't have expected that either.
Yeah, I seen a thing on Facebook the other day that if the Lions make the Super Bowl, they should give Barry Sanders a 1-game contract just in case they win, so he can get a medal. I gotta be class.
Oh, it'd be so nice. In our predictions, me and Curtis went for Tampa Bay. You boys went for the Lions.
Yeah, boy.
Because we were not
I
seeing-
thought Tampa Bay were just going to destroy the Lions somehow. I don't know. I must have been drunk when I was doing this. I thought they were going to win. Tampa Bay was going to win 32-9.
Wow.
I remember saying out loud that you had more faith in them than I did.
Yeah, because you went 31-28. Well, you got the Lions score right.
I was gonna say close enough, except it was round the wrong way, really, wasn't it? It was.
No, yeah. Rob, you went 28-22.
Yeah, I thought it'd be close enough.
So
Which
you
isn't
win.
bad.
You win that one.
Yeah, boy.
Because Mark again thought that the Lions were going to destroy Tampa Bay, and he went 27-6.
I mean, they kind of did destroy them, you know. Forced 4 punts, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions.
There's one score in it, Mark.
I mean, they didn't fuck them in terms of
There
the
was
score, but I
not one
mean,
more score unless you get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 1 point, 1 score.
what are you on about?
You have to
I
get a
said there was
2-point
one score in it,
conversion.
8 points. I know you do. It's still only 1 score in it.
I don't.
There is though, isn't it? If it was 7
I
points,
know.
you still
I
win,
consider.
still one score.
I would call 6 1 score because field goals aren't.
Well, Pats
given.
aren't guaranteed.
Yeah.
They should be though. Kickers get paid millions. They shouldn't be missing Pats.
Yeah. Did they not
I-
say plus 10 points is still a 1-score game?
No,
What?
requires a minimum 2 scores. Yes,
You right?
100%. You good?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Did he get it in the head on Sunday?
I don't know, man. He's been weird all day.
You guys are terrible at like educating anybody. That was a genuine question.
All right, was
Yeah,
it?
genuine the
And
answer?
we
was?
generally told you that you're full of shit, and you were like trying to
Yeah.
question it again.
ask a question. No, fuck you, man.
You're like one of the you're like your kids whenever you tell them stuff and they're like, why, because defense.
I think you just get on the defensive because you don't actually know.
That's very true.
No, you knew the answer to that one, Neil. I'll give you that. One score is not 10 points. Fine.
Like, yeah. I own that shit. So Curtis, how happy are you with the Tampa Bay Bucks? You have a good season. You enjoy it. You had a good one.
Yeah, they were good to watch this season. When you consider that they were projected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this season, like we were supposed to be down scrapping with the likes of the Panthers, and on occasions we did. To be fair, we played like them, but yeah, I mean we had no business being in the divisional round, but there we were. So I don't think you can call that a bad season.
And do you want Baker Mayfield back?
I want Baker Mayfield back. I think Mike Evans is actually going to stay as well. I think if he gets a new contract.
Do you want Baker Mayfield back? I mean, if you had a choice, between Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins, who would you pick?
Do you know what?
Oof.
I'm going to go Baker. So I am.
Would you?
I'm actually, at this point, yeah, watching this season, there's one key factor in the Bucks ending up where we ended up this season, and it's him. So it is. I think he became a leader on the field. He dragged us through some games, some really tight games, and it's not so much that I think he's better than Kirk Cousins, but I think he deserves a shot at it. I think it would be
younger than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, younger. I think it would be wrong to have him play like he did this season and then go, nice one. See you later.
Back to string for you.
I think he's earned it.
Can we cycle back just a wee second here? So it bugged me that you didn't give me a proper answer, so I googled it. Right. So I put in the NFL what is considered a one-score game. American football, therefore, a one-score game could be when the point difference between the teams is within one touchdown, one field goal, or a combination of those scoring plays. So I'm right.
No, so what, like 4 points or 5 points? So 2 field goals? You're wrong, Mark.
Listen, between the teams, within one touchdown.
He's adding a touchdown to a field goal and making 10. You're wrong. That's not how it works.
Between one touchdown, one field goal, or a combination of those scoring plays.
Yeah.
So a combination can be both.
No.
It's not a one-score play. No.
It's 2 scores if you score a field goal.
Anyway.
That's 2 scores.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to go with that, right?
Okay, well, sure, whatever.
Anyway, you tell people that whenever you're right, and then people will think you're smart as fuck.
Here, I'll dial on this hill.
Yeah. Anyway, do you think that Baker Mayfield will pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to stay with? Or do you think he might go somewhere else?
I think so. I think there's a good relationship there between him and Todd Bowles. I think he 100% bought into Todd Bowles' vision and made it work. Like I said, at the start of the season, they were absolutely projected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL and made it to the divisional round. And I think based off a partnership like that seems to have worked, why wouldn't you want to continue that? I think he's also likely to get offered a pretty substantial deal, I would imagine. I think he's going to become the franchise quarterback.
Think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think 5 years at least.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it not last week you were saying give him a 2-year deal?
Me?
No.
Yeah.
It was on that other podcast.
Oh, was it? Did he say that? Who said that?
I think that's probably more likely to get something like that, but I would rather he got like a 5 or something like that, just for a bit of stability.
You see, you don't want to be one of them one-season wonder things to happen, and then you end up giving him a 5-year deal, and he ends up being shit for 5 years, and you're stuck with that contract. You know,
Wouldn't be the first time it's happened, like. So it wouldn't.
But you don't want that. You know what I mean?
It's not ideal. It's not ideal, like, but.
I would bring in Kirk Cousins instead in a wee 2-year deal.
I don't know.
I think he's a good quarterback away from being all right.
But he is a good quarterback. And we were all right this season.
He's not like.
He's a good quarterback. Got us to the divisional round. I know you don't like him. Look, I get it. And
I don't.
I understand you've had a shit season and you're a bit salty about that.
I do not know what you're talking about. We
Yeah.
never have a shit season. You don't think I'm used to it now? Like,
Or always.
right.
So,
Well,
so Baker Mayfield or Zach Wilson then?
Oh, Baker Mayfield. God, I would take a donkey over fucking Zach Wilson. That's me.
Neil, Baker
Put a blame
Mayfield
on
threw,
him. Stevie
he threw
Wonder.
for 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a good player. He's good.
Yeah,
Good.
he
He was
is
good.
because he has frigging great wide receivers.
I mean, yeah, Mike Evans was awesome in that game.
He has a great wide receiver.
Chris
Oh,
Godwin's a
Godwin's
great
good
wide
too.
receiver.
Godwin's good too, and Alton's not a
Yeah.
bad tight end.
And what do you call him? Russell Gage?
He wasn't on in the game.
Because he was
Wasn't
injured. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember your man says that it's CJ Gardner, wasn't it, that said Tampa's a good quarterback away from being a good team. And then they had a wee fight. No? Does nobody remember that? No?
No.
Nobody?
No, I don't remember that.
Let's save this. Right, anyway, on to the next game. Kansas City against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills bluff it up again.
Another game where they missed a kick. Didn't want to win.
I picked Buffalo Bills, so did Mark. I had it as a draw to go into overtime, and it should have went that, but it didn't.
Here we on the shoulda, woulda, or hadda, or all them ones again.
exactly. Rob thought it was going to be a blowout to Kansas City. He thought it was going to be 35-10 to Kansas City. Mark thought it was going to be 2017 to Buffalo Bills. And I would say Curtis was the closest to gain with 31-28 to Kansas City.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, that's pretty respectable, yeah.
just before we go on any further, out of the 4 games, how many did I guess right? And who was going to win?
All
You
four.
can't count the 4, mate, that's on you.
Yeah, boy. No, I just wanted to say that.
Unless you had money on it, then there's no point talking.
I did. I put a quid on it, mate. Won £7.40. Just throwing numbers into the ether now.
I put a pound on it.
I didn't actually put anything on it. Didn't put anything on it.
Really? So apparently the kicker for the Buffalo Bills had to delete his Instagram account because he was getting death threats.
Yeah, did you see that? That's mad.
Yeah. Instagram, Twitter. Apparently, yeah, there was Buffalo Bills Mafia threatening to kill him.
Should have missed that kick, you know?
Well, that's true. He shouldn't have missed the kick.
Just reminds me of, what was that? Ace Ventura? Pet Detective?
I said that. He's going to turn into Ray Finkel.
Ray Finkel.
Change genders and all.
The laces were in!
The laces were in. Oh, waiting. Oh, well, here.
It's
Kansas
mad
City-
how people get into this game. Like, it's a missed kick. Don't threaten to murder someone. Like,
But the Buffalo Bills have never won a Super Bowl,
so?
and it was so close. Like they're always so close, but it always seems that Pat Mahomes is just saying, "Nah, mate, not today."
Well, the Jets haven't won the Super Bowl since like 1968, and I don't see
But the
that
Jets
with
have won.
Aaron Rodgers.
So we have already won the Super Bowl. We were one of the first people to do it. We were doing it before it was cool.
I know. We were doing it before it was cool. You
know
did
what
it
I mean?
once.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, we did it once. It's brilliant too. Kansas City are now in another championship against the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, do you think it's the right 4 teams went through to the conference championships?
Yes. Absolutely. The Lions, I think I said it week 1. They were a great team. Their O-line was unbelievable all season. 49ers and Ravens were the 49ers and Ravens. And I did say, sort of, I can't remember what it was, but it might have been about 6 weeks ago. I didn't think that the Chiefs would get past the wild card game, but then I forgot to take into account Mahomes
For the Chiefs.
in the playoffs. It's just ridiculous, and he's been awesome from the playoffs started. So, yeah.
I can't help but feel that the Lions, the only reason they are there, I know they've been good, they have a good season, but the only reason they are there is because of the Eagles' massive dip in form. Should it not have been the Eagles there? The way they were playing at the start of the season. The team the Eagles have, the way they were playing at the start of the season, I feel like they and form, like, you can't I suppose you can't really say it's not their own fault, but surely they should have been there.
No, I mean, when you look at these sort of games,
I know you can't do ifs and buts, but
yeah, consistency is key. As you said, they had a great start of the season, and then it just came off the boil. So, they should have been there.
Yeah, but fair play to the Lions for taking advantage of it. Like, you know, they still had a job to do, and they did it. So,
I put up like a meme the other day that was, it says, who's two players that are basically the same player but are like one was once put in a higher pedestal than the other, which is Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields, which is basically the same player, but everybody thinks Jalen Hurts is awesome and Justin Fields is shite, but they're basically the same player.
And I would only really wail on that as I had Justin Fields on my fantasy team and he was shit for me, so now I will think he's shit.
But I talked you into that.
Yeah, you did. You sort of scattered me there.
Yeah, I talked you into that one.
Don't listen to Neil coming up the fantasy draft.
Oh, so
they'll make you pick people that are shit.
Yeah,
I just have that.
It's all reverse psychology. Like, it's like you literally go, "Oh, I really want this player," and then you tell Mark, and Mark thinks you're giving him proper advice, and he does things, and you're just like, "Oh, just sorry about that, mate. Didn't know that was going to happen."
There you are, folks. You heard it here first. Neil is a backstabbing bastard.
I wouldn't say backstabbing. I'm crafty.
Oh, where's that swear jar?
I'm crafty, bro. What are we talking about?
Would you like me to repeat it?
The last question asked was, do you think the four teams that got to the championship games with
the Eagles, should they literally sacked everybody bar the head coach? They're keeping the head coach, but he had to sack his offensive coordinator, he had to sack his defense coordinator, had to sack Matt Patricia. The only time Matt Patricia is going to get a job again is whenever Bill Belichick gets a job again. So, I don't know. What's a crack air like? I mean, can't be the coaching, like, can't be just the coaching. I mean, the players have to step up.
Did I see something earlier on about Jason Kelsey, like renegotiating his salary to free up funds for the Eagles?
That was last season. He done that last season to open up their wage. He's not even retired yet, or has he 100% said it?
I think
he hasn't 100% retired yet.
He did an interview afterwards, like literally. I suppose it was the day after we put our episode out, and we were talking about whether he retired or not, and he says he hasn't actually officially retired.
Like he said that on his own podcast, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't want to make it. I mean, I suppose he's right. Like, you can't make a decision like that after a game like that.
Yeah.
Because of the emotion, I suppose, attached to it. So yeah, he hasn't officially retired yet, but I still think he is going to.
I love that man so much. I mean, like, did you see him at the Chiefs game?
Chiefs game, it was amazing.
Oh, he's a legend. Like, I would
you
love
just
to
want
go
to
for
have a beer with him, don't you?
Yes, I would love to just have a beer with
Absolutely.
that guy. And yeah, it was just so much crack. But anyway, yes, Chiefs playing the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit play the 49ers. Do you know what I can see happening here? Is the opposite of what the Super Bowl logo wants us to think it is.
You think it's going to be Chiefs and Lions?
I think it'll be the Chiefs and the Lions. Because I think
I wouldn't be upset by it.
Chiefs always grind their wins, and Detroit can arguably has a better team than San Francisco. Like pound for player, like they have a better team. I think all round, like.
But they don't have Christian McCaffrey.
That's true.
But they do have him.
Ayuk, Kittle. Kittle's currently the best tight end in the league.
I think that's Sam Laporta, which is on Lions, mate.
I'm pretty sure statistically, last season in the
Statistically,
NFL,
it is Sam Laporta.
Well, what was Sam Laporte's rushing yards and touchdowns last season?
I don't think tight ends rush, mate.
You know what I meant? Receiving yards. Damn it!
Yeah.
They do rush the odd time.
Do they? Yeah. Last year, Sam Laporta's a rookie.
I meant this year, mate, like during the regular season.
You said last year.
Well, sometimes I mess up my words. Leave me alone.
Oh wow, and Mark didn't pick up on it.
Hey, I'm not the bully this week.
You've been Billy all day.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah. But anyway, yes. Anybody else you want to mention? Like, they have two. Can you count their two running backs to beat Christian McCaffrey?
No, not even a little bit.
You could,
It's probably
yeah.
because
Because they don't
Kittle
have
was-
two. They only use one running back, San Francisco, whereas Detroit used two.
Yeah, no, but McCaffrey had probably more touchdowns than both of the Lions
He-
running backs put together.
He gets the
Combine them
yards
together.
of 2. Yeah.
Combine them together and see what happens.
Still, I'm
Jameer
not
Gibbs
going to do the
and
math right now.
David
Like,
Montgomery. You don't have to. I'm right.
prove it.
I just did.
No. But
And you don't want to
actually,
counteract. You don't want to counter.
That's because I'm googling
Whatever.
some shit right now. You're right about the tight end. I've just figured that out. Anyway,
I'm always right.
You know what's going to
learn.
running back.
You
Right.
clip me. Wait, do I have to wait in this
Well,
here? Or you?
Other
No,
people talk
no.
while I do math.
Alright,
Did you see
so
the
you
amount
had-
of promoting Eminem's doing for the game?
Oh, he loves the Lions.
Oh, yeah. Imagine them coming out to lose yourself. Oh,
That'd
they,
be
In the moment.
they would just win
Well-
right there.
In total
Um,
yards, McCaffrey had more than both of them combined, and in touchdowns, he had more than both of them combined. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It took you all that time just to say yeah.
Is that it? Like,
That's it. I was right. It's fine. I'm good with it.
you weren't right. I asked you the question. I didn't know. I told you the Sam Laporta was better, and I was like, would the two running backs be better than Christian McCaffrey? And I asked you the question.
Yeah, and they're not. So we're good.
Okay, good thing
Leave
you're
my boy
not
alone.
right. Crazy bastard. Right, we're gonna go for predictions because I want to get them out of the way. I like this. We carry on where I get my predictions in, and then it means I can do stuff straight after. Which is go to sleep.
Yes, because we don't video good calls or talking balls on the same night ever. Different days.
Never. So, Ravens or the Chiefs, Robert?
I'm gonna have to go Ravens. Wearing a Ravens jersey, so.
Right. So Mark's gonna go Chiefs. What do you want,
Yeah,
Curtis?
teamwork.
I
Yeah,
want
no,
the
I-
Ravens. I want the Ravens.
Ravens.
I'm putting it down now that I'm going for the Ravens to win the whole thing.
Oh,
The
damn!
whole fucking lot.
Damn!
Lock it in.
I'm gonna go for the Ravens, even though I said I think it could be the Chiefs against the Lions. But I think I'll be happy with any Super Bowl which involves these four teams. Like if it's the Chiefs against the 49ers or Ravens against Lions, whatever that is, I think it's going to be a flipping awesome Super Bowl. Lions against 49ers. Rob, who you got?
Niners.
Well, go and pick
Right.
the Lions. Keep things interesting, would you?
Not even a little bit.
You want the Lions there, Mark?
I don't
You
care
got
who
the
you
Lions,
pick.
the Lions.
I was on with Mark yesterday, and was it yesterday or today?
Today, yeah.
It was today, and I was like, "Give me your predictions while I'm here," and he was like, "No, I want to hear what Rob's is first, so I can go the opposite. Because if I tell him mine, then he'll just pick the same, so he wins."
So is that why you let me go first?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Nice like that.
I'm gonna get 2 wins this weekend, and it's gonna be.
I think you're right with the Niners. Yeah, but the Chiefs could still have it. That'll be an interesting game.
You know you can't pick the 49ers, like, because then you'll draw with them this week, and then you still got the Super Bowl.
No, because then if I win the Super Bowl with the tie anyway.
No, if you win the Super Bowl and he doesn't, then you go 1 point up. You're only 1 point behind.
There's only one.
Is it only one? You sure?
Yeah,
I
were
think
drawn.
I think it's two.
maybe it is.
This
Not
matters.
21. No, it's
I'll
two.
tell you right now.
Well, you have one job. to
Yeah,
do.
it's two. It's two. Yeah, it's two. And Curtis, it's two between me and you two. Just to let you know. Like.
Is it just two?
Yeah, for second and third, third and fourth. Even.
The last place playoff.
The last is playoff. Who you going for, Curtis? Lions or 49ers?
I think this is a much harder game to call. I think I'm gonna go. I have to say Niners. I think I have to say 49ers. Just looking at them through the season, I think the 49ers I don't think they win it by much, but I think they win it.
You haven't got enough skin in the game because Neil's going to pick the Niners, and that means you've no way of winning.
I'm going to pick the
being
Lions.
third.
Screw you.
Being third.
I'm going to pick the Lions.
Oh, you got Lions?
I
Oh!
don't care if I win or lose or come last. I'm just happy to take part.
He says that until he loses and spits his dummy out.
Fuck you guys. But yeah, that's our predictions. And we'll maybe get our MVP predictions and all maybe next week.
Yeah,
Happy
the
next.
MVP gets announced after the championship games, doesn't it? Of the NFL?
Yeah, they're announced during the Pro Bowls flag shit.
Pro Bowls.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. Unless you have anything else to add, I think that's us for another episode of Talkin Balls.
I've got one thing there. So it should be an honourable mention.
Oh, every week.
Feel free to leave, Rob. I just thought it was kind of cool, because obviously I'm still learning a little bit more about this sport. Is that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce passed a record that was being held by Brady and Gronk, and that was for the most touchdown in playoffs between a quarterback and a receiver in NFL history. They're now sitting at 16, and Brady and Gronk were on 15. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
I thought they had way more than that.
So would I, but then Gronk's an injury prone person.
It does say most touchdown in playoffs between quarterback and receiver.
Yeah, well, you think they would have been a lot more playoffs together, considering.
And then the closest to Brady and Gronk was Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in 12.
Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. I didn't know Jerry Rice was the tight end.
Well, it just says
He
receiver.
said receiver.
No receiver.
Yeah, he is right. Mahomes, 16. That's mad. I would have thought that our Gronk and Brady would have had way more than 15.
Me too.
Fair enough.
Right. That's us for another episode. We'll see you next week for another episode of Talking Balls.
Sweet. Bye.
Yeah.